7:48, Seattle's morning news, and now to educate us on what is it? Quiet quitting. I've heard of that. Rage, applying, damp drinking, gentle parenting. Here's Ursula Royteen from the Gee Ursula Show.
Good morning. Apparently, it's called adjective gerunding. Should be right up your alley.
Adjective gerunding. So there's a term for coming up with terms.
Yes, exactly. So just adding the ing to make catchy phrases that you can now put hashtags on Instagram and TikTok, and then they, end up getting 400 million views or whatever it is. So quiet quitting. Okay, you remember how it used to be called in our day, Dave, which is slacking?
Yeah, silent slouching.
Underperforming?
Yeah.
How about just being lazy?
Yeah,
But
laziness.
no, quiet quitting is doing only what's required of you.
Okay, yes, just doing the bare minimum.
What's in your job description, not the bare minimum.
Oh,
what
okay.
work deems your job description.
So it has spin-offs, though. So there's quiet quitting, and then now there's quiet firing, quiet thriving, and then the rage applying. Rage applying would be you are so hacked off at your job right now that you're going to just apply everywhere.
I see.
Been
With
there.
the idea, I've been there too.
Right?
It's like cyclical.
It feels good
It does. It does.
until you
about,
don't get any responses back.
How about heat hijacking, which is what Colleen does when she keeps raising the thermostat in the studio? 'cause
Heat
it's so cold.
hijacking.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Here in the studio,
Yeah.
they keep it like a refrigerator in
It's
here.
so true.
It's so
like,
cold.
what is it, a meat locker?
I'm still wearing my sweaters from winter when I come to work.
It is so true. Okay, in parenting though.
Gentle,
So these
God.
days it's called gentle parenting. So that's all the rage, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I had young kids, it was called attachment parenting. Okay, and then there was helicopter parenting.
Right, I remember that.
No, what do you think? Because so gentle parenting, it says focuses on fostering the qualities you want in your child by being compassionate and enforcing consistent boundaries. What was attachment parenting?
So attachment parenting was the idea that you wear your babies,
Sure.
you carry them in a sling, or you do bed sharing, or you do breastfeeding exclusively. I mean, I just remember there was such a push when my boys were young, and if you didn't wear your child all the time,
Right. You're neglecting them.
You're
Yeah,
neglecting them. Yeah, exactly. So it's like
gentle parenting is more like instead of shaming your child, like don't do that, you
Yes.
won't make friends if you act that way, quit being a nuisance, like that shaming parenting to get them to do what you want them to do. Instead, it's more of a now I see you made that choice.
yeah, I see you're sad.
What caused you to, like, how do you think that made
Well,
the
make
other
better
person feel?
choice is the phrase I'm hearing
Make
now.
better choices. I just heard that.
But
yeah.
it's
Actually, I
also
heard that
just,
on the playground yesterday. Somebody was like, Judah, make better choices. And I thought that was hilarious that his name was Judah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, socially, have you ever heard? This was a new one to me. Damp drinking.
I've never heard of
I
this.
heard that either.
I know, and apparently
Obviously.
that has millions and millions of views with that hashtag. But it's when you cut back on your alcohol consumption, but you don't stop drinking entirely.
Oh, I thought
So-
this one a diaper wasn't sufficiently absorbent.
Wait, no. So in other words, this is what we would say: you drink in moderation, but no, it's damp drinking.
I'm a damp drinker.
How about intuitive eating?
I'm a moist drinker.
Oh, I saw. We were in New York together.
Moist.
You were, yeah. Okay.
Sorry. It's the word, damp, moist.
Yeah.
What did you see in New York? What were you about to say?
Yeah, I was going to say you are a damp drinker.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
we're out
wasn't
to dinner having a
excessive. It
good
was
time.
just,
I'm glad you were monitoring my drinking. Thank you, Ursula. Somebody
it was
has to.
entirely appropriate. Well, it's only obvious to me because I don't drink. So I always feel like,
Oh,
how
I
come I'm
wondered.
the fuddy-duddy?
I wondered because you didn't get a drink in New
No.
York, and I thought, oh, I didn't know Ursula didn't drink.
Yeah,
so
it's
there you
not,
go.
and it's not anything other than I just don't like the taste.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bed rotting.
What?
Bed rotting?
Yes. So it's when you stay in bed all day.
Oh yes.
Yes, but there's a fine line between bed rotting and outright depression, apparently.
Right.
So you want to make sure that there's that distinction.
Are you getting in bed because you enjoy being in bed,
Yes.
or can you literally not get
Out of bed. Exactly.
Yes.
So there is a difference.
Okay.
And so psychologists have looked into this, and these adjective gerunding phrases describe long-term processes. But there was one phrase that you might remember. Do you remember when actress Gwyneth Paltrow and her husband or her ex,
Yes.
Chris Martin.
What was it?
It's called
Uncoupling.
conscious uncoupling,
Yes.
Conscious-
I like that though.
aka divorce.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
But you do
Sort
it
of stepping out.
You do it
Yes.
through a series of,
Yes. It's
of
very
therapy
intentional.
sessions. Yes.
Yes.
You talk through how you want the separation to go.
Are you guys buying into these phrases?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's the stupidest thing ever. Everything doesn't have to be a thing.
Phrase.
I mean, come on.
But
It's
you know
called
what,
life.
You know what it does though? It causes us to actually click on the story.
Yeah.
It's
Not me.
basically a way. Yeah,
Not
there
Chris.
you
Not
go.
me.
Other than Chris.
What
wise to
about
that.
so our young producer David Burbank is also standing by. Are you know this has to be like on your generation's thing, right?
Yeah, I think it's all revolving around hashtagging. And these are so easy to
Interesting.
hashtag,
Yes.
and then you click on them and you can see everyone's own experience with these given life choices. And so it's all a means of sharing your every given life
Emotion.
experience and emotion on social media, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I have seen, running rampant.
That's a good point. From hashtag to these phrases. That
Yes.
makes sense, that jump.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll never believe how effective this is. Do it tonight. Click.
Click. There you
Yeah,
go. And
there it
suddenly you're cured, right?
There you are.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you,
Gee
Ursula.
Ursula,
Thank you.
9 o'clock on KIRO News Radio.